This is Coyote News.
President Sheila Gestring is currently working through her 5-year plan. Coyote News' Mohammed is in the muck to hear about potential changes. Mohammed.
That's correct, Sydney. I'm here with Jessica Messersmith, who is the interim dean of the health sciences. Jessica, thank you so much for being here. So the 5-year plan is being implemented, not yet, but what is some of the goals that the university is intending to implement with this strategic goal?
Great question, Mohammed. So we're just wrapping up the closing strategic plan. That plan ran from 2020 to 2026. So we're starting the planning process for our strategic plan that will extend from 2026 to 2031. So right now in our planning process, our primary goal is to get as much engagement from across campus as possible. That's where we are. We want to hear voices. We want to make sure we're having that collaboration and input early on in the process so that we have that direction of where we need to end up when we end up identifying those goals come December.
And you just mentioned some of those planning sessions that you've been having. Can you tell us a little bit about how those have been going? What have you been hearing from students and faculty?
Absolutely. So over the last 2.5 days, we held 9 different engagement sessions between Vermilion Main Campus and Sioux Falls and engaged over 130 different voices during those sessions. And really what we're hearing is overall positive attributes of USD, which is exciting to hear because we've been very intentional when we start those meetings to say we want it all. We want to know those spaces where we need to improve in. So we've been hearing those positives of USD, of being that D1 institution in a small town, but also areas where we can really make sure we're doing more, ensuring that we're looking at how we communicate things to students, looking at the mediums and how frequently so that we can ensure that we're engaging students as much as possible and trying to remove those barriers that students might experience when they're trying to interact with different offices and individuals on campus.
And one of the 2 issues that in my 4 years of being here at USD is housing and affordability of wanting to go to school but not having the ability to stay in school. What could that plan what could the plan do to address that?
Absolutely. So in the plan that's closing out, we did some, not enough. We were able to start the Student Emergency Fund through this closing strategic plan, as well as the Coyote Beginning Scholarship Fund. Those, as I said, are not enough. They are simply the beginning. I would fully expect in this next plan that focus on affordability, but also other considerations for students' financial success are going to be incorporated in this plan.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that informative session, Jessica. Live from the muck, I'm Mohammed.
Thanks, Mohammed. We can expect more updates throughout the year.